Hi, my name's Luke Irwin, and I'll be taking you through a short inquiry project on the role of technology in a physical education classroom and to implement healthy ideas for students. I will give you a brief introduction into my inquiry, provide some background, tell you a bit about my research and methods of investigation, share with you my findings, and then give some recommendations that you can use in your classroom. With the rapid growth of technology in the classroom, it is imperative for physical education teachers to not only be on top of how to implement it, but be ahead of the curve as well. Let's go on a journey together and figure out how this can happen. This journey begins with a few questions. Are teachers promoting physical education in their classrooms? Are teachers incorporating health components in their classrooms? And how can technology make these easier and more engaging for children? We know that children use technology on a daily basis. Why can't we incorporate physical education and health knowledge using these technologies? What tools do we need to get the results we desire? Teachers are encouraged to develop students' cognitive and social abilities, but what happens to the physical? Often it gets left behind. I feel strongly, along with PHE Canada, that physical education should be at the forefront alongside its brother and sister, cognitive and social development. In my research for literary sources, I found many websites that led me towards online interactive games regarding physical and health education. Also, there's lots of research surrounding exergaming, such as Wii Fit, Dance Dance Revolution, and so on. For the purpose of my paper, I am not going to touch on these. If you want more information, contact my colleague Ben. Individuals who are physically literate move with competence in a wide variety of physical activities that benefit the development of the whole person. 3 key elements of PHE Canada's definition state that physically literate individuals consistently develop the motivation and ability to understand, communicate, apply, and analyze different forms of movement. They are able to demonstrate a variety of movements confidently, competently, creatively, and strategically across a wide range of health-related physical activities, and possess the knowledge and skills to make healthy, active choices that are both beneficial to and respectful of their whole self, others, and their environment. After researching literary sources, I took my inquiry project on the road, or on the web if you will. Using Google Forms, I created a document which allowed me to gather information from not only my peers in my class, but also health professionals and other teachers in the field. I sent this out through email and Facebook, and the feedback I received was almost instantaneous, and I was able to dissect the data and pull from it what I needed for my project. These are my findings. I put all the numbers into an Excel document, and from there I was able to get some feedback in the form of graphs. The graph on the top left represents how many minutes per day students do physical activity. The graph on the top right is how many days per week students do physical activity. I also asked the teachers how they stay up to date on technology that they can use to implement in their phys ed class, and this is represented on the graph at the bottom. I wanted to know, for those who use technology in their classrooms, how did you use it for physical education or getting students active? One professional told me, students become more willing to engage intellectually in activities. It allows those students who require their bodies to be active to have that time to release energy. Ultimately, physical activity was correlated with positive results in a classroom environment. I would like to retouch on the last key element of the PHE Canada physical literacy of a human being. It possesses the knowledge and skills to make healthy, active choices that are both beneficial to you and respectful of their whole self, others, and their environment. As teachers, we must create an environment with activities that are fun and engaging and allow children to explore more of activities and be more aware of themselves and the people around them and the space around them and how to use their body and what goes into their body. As the child only spends a portion of their day at school, I would like to challenge the parents and the teachers and the student all to work collaboratively towards coming up with a physical education regime that works for both the teacher and the student at school and the student and the parent at home. It is also important that we recognize as the environment changes and technology is implemented, so too should the setting, the equipment, and whatever else is necessary to encourage exploration and experimentation surrounding physical education and personal health and wellness. Thank you for coming on this journey with me, and I hope we take many more in the future.